and then she performs, and then they bring up the show. And then I was going to walk out with, this is the plan right now. It's a little late to be discussing the plan right now. But anyway, I was going to walk out with Charlene. And Charlene, who's very quiet and soft-spoken, is going to say, I'm from Northern Cheyenne, and we really don't want coal development, and we really want our human rights respected. You know, basically, it's the big issues in the state. Right? And then I'm going to say, you know, then I'm going to say who we are, you know, and then how much we're thanking these guys for doing this. This is a good thing what they're doing, because I think that they rock. Did you read their stuff? Mm-hmm. Read some of it, and then, and then they saw this, they did this campaign on minimum wage, and then they did this whole campaign on the anti-Indian movement, which I clipped some of that for you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, so that would talk about kind of the intersection between those issues. So I was thinking I was talking about 15 or 20 minutes. So that would put us at about 20 minutes of sitting and talking. And then I was going to say, I want to have my two friends come now. You know, let's say I talk 15 minutes tops.
So then you'll invite us out, and then we'll say a quick word about why we're here.
Yeah, and then we'll sit down for a minute on those chairs, I guess.
Yep, and then do Q&A?
Yeah,
okay.
About 15 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay, so we'll just make a brief...
Does that sound okay?
...statement each.
Okay.
And we can figure that out.
And then Q&A.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Sarah.
I would say I'll be 15 minutes at the top, you know.
We have, there are 4 handheld microphones sitting on the table right now. 2 are wireless, 2 are wired. Do you want me to have one of those off stage at the start so you can walk onto the stage with it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then after your introduction,
Homemade set list.
But I was kind of hoping you guys would kind of cover, and I gave you some of that debriefing today. It was like, we've been out here, you know, because we think that it's really important to do this work in Montana.
Yeah.
You know, and things have changed. I mean, you know, more Indians got elected to the legislature. They got these Democrats in the you know, this whole, you know, and they got, you know,
The state legislature.
yeah. And then,
That last time we did that, what happened to this?
I think that there's still 7. That's what I was trying to figure out. One of my questions of the day. We're real honored to be here tonight because we feel that, you know, speaking on behalf of my friends and I, we just felt this resonance, you know, with the work that the Montana Human Rights Network is doing and the work that Honor the Earth is doing. You know, it is about how you build a voice for people. You know, and how you build a voice that is this voice that says we want to do the right thing. You know, I had a lot of privilege in my life. I've done this pretty much my whole life. I worked on issues, you know, I think a lot of you probably know that. I worked on these kind of issues my whole life, and I got to travel around a lot of communities. And I see these people with immense integrity that stand up. You know, like the Cheyenne, 30 years fighting coal, you know. That's a heck of a long time to fight the richest corporations in the world. You know what I'm saying? Those Indian people up in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, you know, every year they wake up and someone wants their oil, you know. Communities that have said no to toxins, you cannot poison us anymore. Time to clean up your mess. We got no absence of privilege. You know, Missoula has no absence of privilege. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is the richest country in the world. No absence of wealth, you know, no absence of technological opportunities to do the right thing. The challenge is, you know, doing it. And you got some chances to do the right thing out here in Montana. You know, I've seen people, this is a state, you know, obviously I mostly work around Native community, but you know, more Indian people elected to Montana legislature than any other state, you know. That totally rocks. But you guys have done a lot of amazing work here. And I want to thank you for, you know, the inspiration you offer the rest of us. Tell you to keep it up, you know. Tell you that which you know, which is that our ability to struggle to struggle now, you know, for our dignity as human beings, for this land here, for your water here. You know, no, there is no way to make clean coal. That's an oxymoron. You know, yeah, I know it's a proposal, but you know, Montana has to move past. We got to combust in our own era. Move out of the Jurassic. You know what I'm saying? 20 million tons of CO2 emissions coming out of Montana annually. You know, I am due east of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Every bit of mercury you dump up here ends up over there. You know, it's not like one thing. You know, but we got this chance to do this the right way here. And you know, my own community, I've seen change. I worked for the same amount of years, 25 years, and we're arguably in a tough spot. But I've seen things change. I've seen communities stand up, and I see changes that happen in this country, and you've seen some happen right here in Montana. You know, so remember that our struggle now is going to ensure that people get to live in dignity, and animals and relatives who have wings and fins get to live in dignity in the future. When I think about where we're going in this country, you know, I can't tell you all the things I think about this, but I don't want to offend anybody, but I'll tell you what. Honestly, I'm more of a patriot to a land than I am to a flag. You know? And I think that it's worth thinking about what it means to be a patriot.
We, with Honor the Earth, we're asking for a change in the energy paradigm from a bad energy policy to one that is a good energy policy that we can all benefit from. And one of the things we're doing is asking for the government and for tribes and for citizens to all create this possibility. We want the government to help subsidize and support research and development of renewables. We want citizens to support renewables by asking for them. And we want tribes to look at the alternatives that they have on their land and help create them. But they can't do that if we're not willing to support that. And they can't do that without the government to support it too. And without our willingness to just be amplifiers for their voices. And so that's what we do with Honor the Earth, and that's why we work with Honor the Earth.
You know, we come from indigenous communities. We've got 2/3 of uranium, 1/3 of all Western low sulfur coal. You know, we're basically cooked or nuked if they keep up this energy policy. You know, so that's why we work on this as Honor the Earth. But arguably, energy is the biggest business in the world. You know, and the United States is the biggest set of addicts in the world. You know, you let me know if we're not junkies. You know, and the problem is that when you're a junkie, you know, and the largest energy market in the world, you do a lot of bad stuff, you know, to get your fix. So, you know, you invade countries, you know, you mine places. And so we look at it strategically as a set of issues. We're interested in how you build an alternative that doesn't involve violating other people's human rights. So you fight the bad guys, but at the same time, you have to make the alternative. You know, that's what I really believe in, you know, because people need to see that change is possible and to quit being victims.